Hey guys, Anna Green here with Anna Be Changing. I'm here to help you believe in yourself again, take action, and create your story. So let's dive in. What I mean by mind body nutrition, there's kind of the standard way to look at nutrition, right? There's the good food versus the bad food, what we should eat, what we shouldn't eat, vitamins, supplements, the food itself, the minerals in it, how it's made up, what diet's good, what diet's not good, that kind of thing. So that's kind of nutrition as a whole, right? Well, that mostly, and then, if you put exercise with that or moving your body in whatever way you see fit, you put that all together, and that is really external. It's like focusing from the outside in. And what isn't connected there but should be is the mind and the emotion and the thoughts and the feelings and your heart. It's like there's a disconnect there, but really to function properly and at our very best as a human, we have to have a connection between our mind and our heart and our body and our nutrition and our gut. All of that, it's like a cycle. It's on this continuum. It has to be connected. But in our lovely Western society, with the way medicine works sometimes and the way that we, just function in our world, we've created this disconnect. Okay, so what's happened with that disconnect? Obesity has been on the rise for years and years and years, and it's only getting worse. Disease has been on the rise for years and years and years, and it's only getting worse, right? That sort of disconnect between the mind and the body is not working. There's something missing there. And, for some people, it may not be missing. For some people, they might not be as disconnected. They might have that connection just more naturally than some other people. But for me, when I was going through, I first started my weight loss journey. First of all, I called it a weight loss journey because that's what I was trying to do, was just lose weight. I was focusing on the outside. I was focusing on simply what we were talking about with nutrition, what I should eat, what I shouldn't eat, what's good, what's bad, what's healthy, what's not, what's, how much, how little, what's too big of a portion, what's small, all that kind of stuff. But what I was completely disconnected from was my heart and my mind and my spirit and my thoughts and my feelings. And I was masking all of that behind the weight. And when I got to that point and I lost the weight, okay, some of the, I was about halfway to my goal weight. I lost that weight. I was getting all this, attention from people and conversations. What are you doing? What are you doing? All this kind of stuff. But it didn't fulfill me in the way that I just assumed that it would. And you know why? Because I didn't make that connection to the things that I was hiding behind that weight. And that is so common. It's not necessarily a conscious thing that you're hiding whatever is going on. And it can be something back from childhood. It can be something that happened in 10th grade. It can be something that happened 2 years ago. Whatever. There are these little, they're kind of traumatic events. They don't have to necessarily be life-altering, but they're things that we're told from when we're younger that we latch onto. And then as an adult, we're sitting here thinking, well, I'm not worthy of this. Who am I to be wanting to accomplish this thing or accomplish this goal? And so we're eating in a way where we're disconnected. So that's a big part of what the mind-body piece of the nutrition is connecting that back, connecting your mind and your heart back to your body, so that you're focusing on things like stressful eating versus relaxed eating. If you're stressfully eating, if you're eating super quickly, you're eating at your desk, you're not taking a break, you're not really focused on what it is you're eating, you're grabbing something through the drive-thru and you're just forking it in so you can get to the next thing that you're doing. Do you really think you're going to be digesting that very well? No. Are you going to be at optimum digestion, optimum metabolism, and calorie burning like crazy with that kind of a meal? Absolutely not. Because your thoughts and the hormones that come out when you're stressed, that has an effect over your digestion and everything that's going on inside. So that's what I'm talking about with Mind Body Nutrition, is taking a look instead of outside in, taking a look inside out. So focusing on relaxed eating and really enjoying the food that you prepare, and having, rather than just having it be a thing that can foster that connection again between you, your mind, your heart, and your body, and connect that again and say, I have this really amazing food. I'm really enjoying it. I enjoyed the preparation process, or I appreciate the people that prepared it for me. I'm relaxed. I'm simply sitting here in my thoughts, or reading a book, or looking outside, or whatever it might be, and I'm mindful of how much I'm eating. I'm mindful of what I'm eating, and I'm mindful of why I'm eating it. That awareness, that's kind of where the emotional eating portion comes in, right? If you're not mindful of what you're eating, why you're eating it, and when you're eating it, like, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night in the pantry, been there, done that. If you're not connecting to those things, then that's that disconnect that I'm talking about. That the mind-body nutrition concept, as I'm seeing it, as I'm working it into my own journey and into my clients' journeys, is to foster that relationship back with you and connect all of those thoughts and feelings, and understand that how you're feeling at that moment really does play a role in how you assimilate that food, how you digest that food, how your body uses whatever food it is that you've got. And I'm looking at my notes because I love this. I'm so passionate about this. And I'm like, I want to make sure that I'm actually telling you what I wanted to tell you on here. But basically, I am. Oh, good. Fantastic. But with our, with our lifestyles that we have, we're all busy, right? It's like a badge that we want to wear. I'm busy. I got this. I got that. I get it. We all have that. And so that causes that drive-through mentality where we just have to pick something up to run from here to there and there and there and there. Every once in a while, okay. But that can become commonplace. And then you're completely disconnected from your body. You're eating because you know you need to. You're eating because you're hungry. You're ravenous sometimes because you haven't eaten all day. But you're not feeding your mind. And if you're not feeding your mind, and you're not realizing that connection and that awareness and how that affects the process that goes on inside of your body with the food that you give it, then you're missing a piece. And in my opinion, having been through this myself, that is why I think it's like 97% of people that lose weight gain it back within a year. I mean, think about that. 97% of people who lose weight gain it back within a year. Like I said, there is something missing in what we're doing, in the strategies that we're using, in the diets that are out there, all of that. So if we're more focused on connecting what's going on in our heart, what's going on in our thoughts, how we're feeling that day, how we're feeling about life in general, how we're feeling about our day, how we're feeling about the state of our house, how we're feeling about what we have to do tomorrow, whatever it is, if we're not being aware of that, and also being aware of the food as it comes in, first of all, we're just coasting through life. But that's when you can start to have some issues with digestion and gut health and inflammation, not only because of the foods and the properties of the foods that you're taking in, but also because there's a block that's happening inside of you because of that disconnect between your mind and your heart and your body. It's all meant to work as one. It's all meant to work as one. So that's the disconnect that I found for myself personally, and I've spent the last 2 years really digging in, reading every stinking book I could find. Oh my word, reading all the books, taking all the webinars, downloading all the forms and the worksheets and the questionnaires, all of that stuff. And that's what led me to know that I feel very strongly that this is a piece that is missing. I know it's a piece that is missing for me, and I know that if it's missing for me, it's missing for a lot of other people as well. So that's the coursework that I'm taking. That's where I'm moving my coaching towards, and that's what I've become super, super, super passionate about, is figuring out how we can make that connection again, without making it be, keeping it approachable. Like a lot of the kind of Eastern philosophies sometimes are not approachable to us on the Western side, I guess you could say. So keeping it approachable and making it like we don't have to dig in super crazy, emotionally deep all day, every day. We don't have to do that. But we do have to be willing to do some work to figure out where that disconnect comes from if we want to really make permanent lifestyle changes and not be part of that 97% statistic of the people that lose weight and then gain it back within a year and continue in that cycle. I'm working to break that cycle for myself and create a different story for myself, and through that show other people that first of all it can be done, and also show other people how it can be done. So, whew, I kind of feel like I get out a little soapbox when I talk about this stuff, but that's it. I love it. I love it. I'm so super passionate about it. So as always, I am always open to questions. If anybody wants to know more about this or disagrees with me, agrees with me, wants to dive into it anymore, whatever. I would love to have your opinions on this. I would love to hear how this has worked in your life. Maybe you have some experiences with it. Or maybe you're just curious about it a little more. So I'll be sharing more for the rest of this week in this particular blog series and putting it up on my blog as well. But look for lives to come every day and those blogs to come. And I just look forward to sharing this information with you, and I hope that it's valuable to you.